Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Wan Ahmad Najib. I'm the Chief Strategy and Digital Distribution Officer of FW Takaful Berhad. Today, you and I will be going on a journey to learn more about Takaful. And hopefully by the end of this session, we would have changed the way you feel about Takaful. Are you ready? Let's get started. Before we go into the details of Takaful, let's go over some of the public perception about Takaful. And I will try to point out whether they are accurate or not. We went out and asked a bunch of students about some questions about Takaful. Let's see what they answer.
System, maksudnya macam each member ni akan contribute some amount of money. So bila any of the member mengalami event of losses ataupun musibah, so Takaful ni akan bayarlah sum assured hasil daripada contribution members tadi kepada members yang terkena musibah tu.
Saya rasa orang yang menyimpan duit dalam Takaful ni adalah seorang yang bijak dan orang yang memikirkan masa depan, dan antara salah satu bucket list ataupun benda yang saya nak buat in future kalau saya ada pendapatan yang stabil, saya akan simpan duit dalam Takaful.
So Takaful dengan insurans benda yang sama kan? Jadi bagi saya seorang student ni, Takaful atau insurans lebih kepada kehendak lah daripada keperluan. Sebab sekarang pun lagi-lagi sekarang time MCO, total lockdown lebih kurang, saya sama ada kat rumah ataupun dekat kampus untuk buat pembelajaran online kebanyakannya. Jadi selamat dah guys tu. Jadi saya tak rasa saya perlukan insurans ataupun Takaful lah buat masa sekarang.
Pada pandangan saya, perlindungan Takaful adalah satu keperluan pada masa kini, sebab perlindungan Takaful dapat membantu kita dari segi kewangan. So at least kalau kita ditimpa musibah ataupun kita menghadapi masalah, perlindungan Takaful dapat membantu meringankan beban kita lah dari segi kewangan.
Takaful is expensive to me because I rasa harga dia boleh naik beratus-ratus sebulan ataupun thousands in a year, and that money actually tak perlu pun student nak spend on Takaful sebab tak penting untuk dia orang sekarang. Duit tu saya boleh simpan untuk keluar dengan kawan ataupun untuk daily expenses, ataupun boleh save up lama-lama and get myself a new phone which can help me right now. So tak perlu kot nak beli on Takaful.
I didn't have Takaful insurance because I think I cannot trust all these companies because they're just trying to rip you off, and then you just pay but you never claim. Plus I'm still young, so there's a high chance that I will not be able to claim any insurance in the near future. So I think it's a waste of money.
Personal opinion, I think everyone needs to have Takaful, especially young people like me, because everyone is exposed to this. We cannot predict what will exactly happen to us in the future. Like my friend, I have a friend who had involved in an accident during his internship. Unfortunately, he doesn't have Takaful protection, and his father needs to pay all the medical expenses by himself.
So we just heard some perceptions of the younger generation or students about Takaful. As you can see, some view Takaful positively and some not so much. So what are the misconceptions? To get to the bottom of this, I'm going to tell you a story about Takaful. And hopefully, by the end of my story, we can address the misconceptions. So, let's go back in time as far as thousands of years ago. The concept of Takaful, of coming together to help each other to manage risk has actually existed across many civilizations. It even existed in the Arab society, where the tribes would come together and agree to make a donation to a fund to compensate each other in the event of misfortunes to one another. The concept of pooling to manage risk was also adopted by the marine and shipping industry when it was booming in the Western countries. This was the basis of creation of Lloyd's of London in the 17th century. At home in Malaysia, centuries later, particularly in the 1980s, modern-day insurance was the only available system in the country. But 1982 was an important year. Not only did we see the first McDonald's open on 29 May 1982, but in October 1982, a special task force was established by the government to study the setting up of an Islamic insurance institution in the country. It was triggered by the decree issued by the Malaysian National Fatwa Committee, which ruled that life insurance in its present form was not permissible for Muslims due to the presence of non-permissible elements, particularly Goro, uncertainty, riba, uzuri, and maisir, gambling. After Muslim scholars and lawmakers got together, the Takaful Act 1984 came to life. Fast forward 37 years later, Malaysia now has 11 family Takaful operators, 4 general Takaful operators, and 3 Retakaful operators to help Malaysians, Muslim and non-Muslims, manage their financial risks. Okay, so what exactly is Takaful? Is it just an Islamic version of modern-day insurance? The fundamental difference between Takaful and insurance is the concept of tabarruk or donation. Under a Takaful system, each person agrees to mutually help each other out financially in the event of misfortunes. Each person who agrees to do this contributes money to a fund called the Tabarruk Fund. What does a Takaful company does then? A Takaful company manages the fund on behalf of all the people who contribute into the fund. We manage it so that the fund can sustain for long periods of time, and the money is only taken out for its intended purpose and not abused. For FWD Takaful, as the new kid on the block, we have a vision to be a company that changes the way people feel about Takaful. We want to make Takaful go from irrelevant to relevant, complex to simple and straightforward, untrusted to trusted, boring to inspiring and surprising, from lack of empathy to being human and caring, from having lack of engagement to being more engaged. So why is Takaful relevant to you? Here's why. You see, in life, there are always 2 dates that we always remember. There are only 2 dates that we need to think about. The date of birth and the date of death. Nobody knows when is his or her date of death. But this uncertainty is actually what makes every living healthy moment we have worth protecting. Life can be long. It can also be eventful and is filled with ifs. You're probably thinking, what could possibly happen to me? The closest example is COVID-19. Did we ever think we will be living in times of pandemic? COVID-19 may be a health virus issue, but it also shows us everybody, regardless of who we are, young or old, rich or poor, are all exposed to the risk of dying before we actually want to. But just because COVID-19 is happening, that doesn't mean other life struggles have stalled. There are many unexpected things that can happen to us. Road accident and health complications sometimes happen. And life doesn't stop either. After we pass away or we fall sick, our income stream will stop but our financial obligations remain. Our PTBTN loans, our medical treatments and bills will still need to be paid. Now, what can we do today to protect ourselves and our family from financial difficulties when the unexpected happens? What can we do today to protect our future? It's all about the choices you make today. Today's reality is different than it was 30 years ago. You are living in a day and age where the cost of living is significantly higher than it was before, where salary scales are not increasing as fast. Add that to most graduates coming out of universities with debts before you even start, adding more debts to progress in life, like car loans and housing loans. The only way to navigate through this challenge is by practicing good financial management. The first place to start is to ask yourself, what is your spending behavior? Do you fall in quadrant 1 where you spend 100% of your monthly allowance? Quadrant 1 is a high-risk lifestyle that we should all work to move away from. Are you in quadrant 2 where you save at least 10% of what you get in a month for emergencies? Quadrant 2 is moderate risk lifestyle. While you have some for emergency, there's a potential that what you have saved up may not be enough to cover the emergencies. This is where most people are. Quadrant 3 is the ideal and practical spot where you set aside 30% for protection, investment and savings and spend 70% to live your life. When you invest, you are growing your wealth. Notice that protection and savings are not the same thing. Quadrant 4 is the strict risk-averse lifestyle, where you only spend 10% of what you have every month and set aside the rest for protection, savings and investment. Where do most Malaysians fall? In 2020, Ringgit Plus, in support of Financial Education Network, did a survey to see the level of financial literacy among Malaysians. 51% of the respondents are made up of those below 35 years old. The findings? 65% of the respondents have more than one credit card, which is an indication that a lot of us are living in debt. It is also revealed that half of the respondents are able to save less than 1,000 ringgit a month, while 19% can't even save at all. What's more concerning is that almost half admitted that they are spending more than they earn or all of what they earn. The survey is a stark reminder that individually we are all struggling financially and vulnerable to unexpected events. But what if we can all come together, put whatever little we have into a fund so that we can help each other in case of misfortune? The answer is you can. It's called Takaful. You're probably thinking, okay, but I can't afford Takaful. Isn't that just for rich people? At FWD Takaful, inspired by our vision to make Takaful simple, caring and relevant, we launched a micro Takaful product called FWD Kasih. With FWD Kasih, it actually doesn't cost hundreds or thousands to get a Takaful coverage. It can actually go as low as 2 ringgit a month. What can you get with 2 ringgit today? A burger, ice cream, snacks? For only 2 ringgit a month, you can leave a sum of money for your family to withstand financial shocks. The 2 ringgit a month contribution for Takaful is actually your small donation for a brighter future, not just for your family but for the community. And that is my story about Takaful. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and more importantly, have a better understanding about the basics of Takaful. This wraps up part 1 of our journey. Stay with me as we go into deeper to get to know more about Takaful in part 2.
Bila bertalu rentak di kalbu, hasrat yang tersirat semakin kuburu. Bila bergema naungan gempita, harapan bernyala, nadiku berganda. Gemuruh jiwa, semangat membara, dari puncak ingin ke angkasa, berkalungkan bintang berkelipan, di FWD impian jadi nyata. Bila bertalu rentak di kalbu, hasrat yang tersirat semakin kuburu. Di FWD kau kan terbang tinggi, tekadkan usaha pastikan berjaya. Gemuruh jiwa, semangat membara, dari puncak ingin ke angkasa, berkalungkan bintang berkelipan, di FWD impian jadi nyata. Oh, ungkapan ini bukan sekadar bermimpi. Oh yeah, yeah. Di FWD pasti terbukti nanti. Gemuruh jiwa, semangat membara, dari puncak ingin ke angkasa, berkalungkan bintang berkelipan, di FWD impian jadi nyata. Gemuruh jiwa, semangat membara, dari puncak ingin ke angkasa, berkalungkan bintang berkelipan, di FWD impian jadi nyata. Di FWD impian jadi nyata.
So welcome back. Now that we've talked about some of the principles of Takaful, let's dive a bit more into the different types of Takaful. Right? Do you know that there are various types of Takaful, both in the family and general Takaful spaces? You know, family, as the name speaks, basically covers family or a person, while general, in most cases but not all, covers non-living things like property or car or motor, and at times also cover accidental of a person. But today let's focus more on family. And there's a lot of reasons why people misunderstand the different types of Takaful, and why a lot of us get disappointed because we don't really know the different types of coverages that are out there. So, and because of that, sometimes you tend to take the wrong type of coverages, not suited to what you actually need. To give you a better understanding of the different types of Takaful coverages out there, let's zoom in into 3 different Takaful that addresses 3 distinctive protection needs. Number 1, let's talk about term Takaful. Term Takaful, we can view it as the most basic Takaful protection that an individual should have. It covers major misfortunes that can happen to you, be it death, accidental death, or total permanent disability, and provides that financial protection to your loved ones in case those things happen. This will enable your loved ones to manage debts, continue with their lives, and many other financial obligations that they may face when you're no longer around. Okay, next, what's next on the table? Medical, right? Medical is very popular in Malaysia. A lot of people look for medical because it's something that usually happens to you, right? People get sick. Medical coverage comes in various forms. It can be a medical card where usually the coverage from medical card will cover in the case of hospitalization. You get sick, you get hospitalized, your bills is paid through the medical card. There's also the hospital cash benefit, where in case you get hospitalized, you can't work, there will be sort of a loss of income, daily allowance given to you, right? Various plans, various amounts depending on what you can afford. Next, what's on the plate? Number 3 is critical illness plan. You know, Malaysians, we all hear about, you know, heart attack, stroke, cancer, and many more. So the cost of dealing with critical illness, the medical cost, or even in the case where somebody gets a critical illness, to sustain life is very high. So there are various critical plans out there that could actually help you with addressing the financial needs when somebody gets a critical illness. So cancer plan, 36 critical illness plans, there are 48 critical illness, there are various critical plans out there that you can consider.
Hai, nama saya Nini. Saya pelajar UIA jurusan Undang-Undang tahun 4. Sini saya pernah masuk hospital. Dia accident masa on the way pergi ke kelas, dan kaki dia patah, dan banyaklah duit dia kena keluar sebab dia kena beli crutches, bandages dan macam-macam lagi. Tapi dia ada cerita dia ada ambil perlindungan takaful, di mana dia dapat daily allowance masa dia kat hospital. Nasib baiklah ada daily allowance ni, kalau tak tahu macam mana nak cari duit secara tiba-tiba macam tu. Saya nak tanya, apa jenis takaful yang dia ambil tu ya?
Berbalik kepada soalan Cik Nini tadi. Dia tanya apakah jenis takaful yang diambil oleh senior dia dulu. Itu adalah example atau contoh takaful buatan atau medical coverage. Dalam kes ni yang diambil tu adalah hospital cash benefit. Kerana kalau apa-apa terjadi bila seseorang itu masuk ke dalam hospital, dia layak untuk mendapat manfaat harian berbentuk wang ringgit yang sejajar dengan plan yang diambil tu. Kadang-kadang RM50, kadang-kadang RM1, depending on the plan that you take. Kalau in FW Takaful, you can actually visit our online channel. Di sana ada produk bernama FW Med Secure Direct, very affordable, where you can choose to take up a plan that provides you this hospital daily cash benefit yang RM500, RM50 sehari. Itulah dia. Terima kasih Cik Nini, soalan yang baik.
Hi, my name is Nana. I'm a final year student in Medic. During my studies, sometimes you get to be at the hospitals, and I saw many people suffering from heart attack, stroke and cancer, and at the same time, money problems. From there, I realized while I can try and practice healthy lifestyle, not everything is within our control. Because of this, I think I need to do something to protect myself from money problems if I ever get sick. Can I know what takaful coverage is suitable for this situation?
Nana had the chance to spend some time in the hospital, seeing so many Malaysians suffering from critical illnesses. Critical illness is very common in Malaysia these days. I'm sure a lot of us know someone who either had a heart attack, stroke or cancer. Personally, my late father passed away a few years back due to prostate cancer. besides the emotional stress that the family face, we also had this dilemma about the financials. The cost of dealing with cancer is actually very high. So being prepared for this financially is very important. Thankfully, there are a lot of Takaful products out there that provides critical illness coverages. It provides that financial safety net to help you with medical costs or continue with life in case you face a critical illness. For FW Takaful, we have this special product called FW Big 3 that specifically covers the 3 main critical illnesses in Malaysia: cancer, heart attack and stroke. So if you want something affordable but ensures that you're covered for these 3 main critical illness, visit our online channel to take it up.
Assalamualaikum. Nama saya Nina. Abang saya bekerja sebagai rider di Foodpanda dan dia dah berkahwin dan ada 2 orang anak. So lately ni banyak kali lah saya baca pasal kemalangan di kalangan rider. Dan saya jadi risau lah bila baca pasal ni, sebab bila fikir pasal anak-anak dan kewangan anak-anak dan isteri dia kan, kalau apa-apa terjadi kat abang saya. So kalau saya nak cadangkan Takaful dekat abang saya, apa plan yang sesuai untuk dia?
Nina bertanya bagi pihak abang Nina, seorang rider Foodpanda. Kita tahu yang rider Foodpanda banyak menghabiskan masa di atas jalan, selalunya bermotosikal untuk menghantar pesanan makanan kepada customer-customer yang ramai tu. Mereka terdedah kepada banyak risiko kerana selalu berada di jalanan. Abang Nina ada 2 orang anak. Cuba bayangkan kalau apa-apa terjadi pada abang Nina, apa yang akan berlaku kepada anak-anak dia atau keluarga dia? Sumber pendapatan yang abang Nina dapat setiap hari itu akan terputus secara tiba-tiba. Bagaimana mereka ingin meneruskan kehidupan? Itu yang dia paling penting untuk dia consider. Untuk mengatasi risiko ni, produk Takaful yang boleh abang Nina consider adalah term Takaful. Selalunya term Takaful ni akan memberi perlindungan seperti yang kita sebut tadi kalau apa-apa terjadi. So dia akan tinggalkan satu tabung kecemasan kepada keluarga abang Nina, so mereka boleh teruskan kehidupan. Di FW Takaful kita ada term Takaful, produk term Takaful yang sangat murah, serendah RM2.5 sebulan. Untuk abang Nina consider, bernama FW Kasih. Boleh layari www.fw.com.my/direct untuk melihat produk itu.
Azam fikir untuk ayah, I want to make him happy. Lagi satu, ayah tu satu je. Lepas tu kalau dia dah tak ada tu, kita dah tak boleh nak berbakti dengan dia. Nama saya Narashiki Abdul Wahab. Saya berumur 37 tahun. Saya merupakan usahawan dan juga saya berunding Takaful di FWD Takaful. Ayah saya merupakan seorang yang sangat aktif. Dia suka travel. Bila rasa nak travel, dia akan travel je. Dulu zaman dia muda, dia aktif sukan. Ayah saya mula sakit tu, dia sesak nafas. Dari situ kita tahu rupanya buah pinggang dia dua-dua dah rosak. Waktu keadaan tu berlaku, first terkejut. Lepas tu, apa rawatan sebenarnya untuk kidney failure? Sebab kita orang memang tak ada knowledge langsung pasal penyakit kritikal. Ayah perlu 3 kali seminggu untuk buat dialisis. Selain tu, ubatan dia yang kita perlu beli dekat luar dan juga untuk ayah punya pemakanan. Selain daripada tu, kos transportation daripada rumah ke tempat dialisis tu. So, kos untuk seorang pesakit buah pinggang adalah sangat tinggi lah. Di FW Takaful, biasa dia selalu dengar komplain-komplain yang ni, dia akan come out dengan satu plan baru yang takkan menyusahkan. Maksudnya dulu kita komplain susah nak claim, tak perlu lagi nak tunggu you dah stage 3-4 baru claim, tak. Okay, bila kita dah ada perlindungan CI tu, kita tak perlu risau. Sebab kita dah tahu dah, kita dah ada protection, kita dah ada perlindungan CI, so kita boleh hidup macam biasa je. Tak perlu terfikir, lemak aku akan jadi nanti kalau jatuh sakit ke apa. So kita akan gembira dengan hidup kita.
We launched our affiliate app back in December 2019 to change the way people feel about leads. Affiliate app is a structured and digital-enabled solution that leverages on the social network of people. It enables online to offline as well as online to online referral capabilities across channels. It uses the power of trust. In other words, we are trying to emulate word of mouth, but we are doing it digitally.
There are various benefits of the affiliate apps. For the affiliates, of course, it's just a few clicks away. You can refer to all your friends and family and you can earn additional income. To the agents, you can expand your network, you can expand your circle, you can build your skill of your team, and of course, you can close more sales.
We have just launched Phase 2 of affiliate, allowing referrals for our simple, reliable and direct D2C products. And we're excited to see how this cross-selling between channels would evolve. We want to take this opportunity to thank everyone for helping us to make this happen. You know who you are. Look forward to more joint successes to come.